As always, the great journalist of Nigeria, Dr. Kemi Olunlaya. A lot of people have besieged me on Twitter on my opinion of the CityFM clip showing the OAP'S abusing Yemi Alade and Tiwa Savage. The most important thing I've told you before, I'm not part of that league, the women supporting women movement, lines, and Nollywood. Every star knows each other. They're all at the same events, red carpets. No, I'm not. First, I'm 55. I'm nobody's mate. Second of all, it's not done like that. In America, we do it as women empowering women, not supporting women. You can be supporting foolishness. People that talk behind your back, backstab you, everything. Just ask Yabo doing that video she did around Easter of this year. Even Yabo and I were having our beef at that time, but go back and now look at that video and see why women should not be supporting women. You should be empowering women. So these girls should really write an apology letter, not say it, write it to Tiwa Savage and Yemi Alade. This is what happens when you're supporting women. A lot of times when women are supporting women, they're backstabbing you and backbiting you. And that one, Davido also says, we rise by lifting others. It doesn't work. Sometimes you rise, okay, and sometimes you fall. A lot of times people even fall from lifting others. The people you lifted, they'll go above you, never say thank you, and then even use you to even progress more while they're putting you down. It's called a PhD. It happens a lot in women. That PhD syndrome. Okay, the degree PhD, pull her down. A lot of women are pulling each other down in Nigeria. Some of you say, oh, look who's talking, pot cotton, calling the other one pot cotton kettle black. No, the story with me and Kiki Morty is not a PhD syndrome, okay? Here's a girl that said, my birthday shoot was trash. She tweeted it. I saw the tweet, and I didn't see anything because it was my birthday. After my birthday, I said I'll go after the Port Harcourt station listed in her profile, but I just let it go. Okay, 2 months later, what happens? I went back to, her work and her heroism, sex for grades and all that. Something Nicholas Bakeway did before her, and nobody paid attention to him. I did mention in my tweet that I dislike her. People didn't know why I disliked her. Tony Lawani responded yesterday and said she's a hater. Everyone knows my birthday shoot was a hit. So they're saying I'm pulling her down, PhD syndrome. Did you know that she pulled me down on my birthday? And they deleted the tweet. I have the tweet. I just don't have time for starting a new drama. Okay, when a woman pulls you down, that's the PhD syndrome. Pull her down. And so it becomes like all this stuff going on in the industry. Nobody likes anybody. But the ones that sit down around that women supporting women are the very same ones that will talk about you behind your back. Look at what I said for years. Nigerians always wanted to do everything they're doing abroad. We lived abroad before you guys. I spent 38 years abroad since I was 14 years old. UK, US, Canada. Regardless if I was deported for Canada, what was I deported for? Was it drugs? Was it crime? Was it financial stuff? No, I was deported simply because I was protecting people. Antagonizing the gun laws meant to kill black children. But I have a country, it's called Nigeria. It doesn't mean I can't enter Canada. I'm carrying their visa 10 years because the new prime minister got me back. At the end of the day, I'm back here living in Nigeria. I'm going back to America when it's time to go. I haven't announced to anybody. But on that note, I want to tell you that we have done all these things abroad. Don't bring these abroad mentalities to Nigeria. Don't put cameras in radio stations. I said it for so long. When I moved to Nigeria, after I came back from Canada in 2012, Ibadan stations were putting cameras. And the reason why they're doing it is because they don't have any social media people. You know what I mean? I have more fans than many radio stations in Nigeria. They needed the social media exposure. So they started putting cameras on there so they can stream and you can see what they're doing on YouTube. It backfires. A radio station is not meant for streaming cameras because what's going to happen is that the mic is going to be on and somebody's going to be talking. We've even seen it on TV in America. But when you put radio station cameras up, you have this kind of problems when they're off the air. Somebody forgot to turn off the engineer, or somebody went to the toilet, or somebody forgot to turn on the mics. I've been in radio 25 years. I know how to operate the board. What happens is that what you're talking behind is broadcasting. And that's what happened. Those two girls in the video need to write a letter of apology to Tiwa and Yemi Alade. It shouldn't even be a video or anything in the modern social media world. They should just write a letter on their company's letterhead. CityFM is going to get a backlash. Artists are not going to go there. Even me, I'm on a media tour for Wellness Nigeria. My son Rich KJC Music is going to go on his music tour. I don't want to go in there. It's really wrong. Take cameras out of radio stations. You don't need it. When radio stations started, they didn't get a lot of people. They started streaming online so that the person in London can be listening to Cool FM in Nigeria. Is that not how I found out about Cool FM? I was in Canada when I discovered Cool FM. And Kayla was the one I always joined, because when Kayla is on in the evening, it's just daytime in Canada, and I'm working in my office listening to Cool FM on my desk in Canada. It was a good thing. But next thing you know, everybody has cameras in the studio. Streaming is okay for radio. Radio is meant to be something we hear, not see your faces. And that's why it backfires. Stop trying to do all these abroad things. Domino Pizza is doing the same thing now with that screen that'll have your pizza, your name, everything. In America, you wouldn't find one Domino's with those TV screens. It's cool, right? Ooh, Kemi Olunloyo, your pizza is in the oven, almost ready. They don't do that. Because states in America and Canada have privacy laws. They're privacy laws. When I go to a Domino's now, they know me, Domino's in Ibadan. I moved to Lagos. I was in Magodo. Domino's like, what's your phone number? I mean, the whole store had already seen me. Oh, Auntie Kemi, I follow you, Auntie Kemi. Now they want my phone number. Why would I give my phone number? So that all these girls can share it. I mean, they wanted it for their system. I said, no, I don't give my phone number. Put KJ's name in there, but you know, you have the right to tell Domino's not to display your pizza or whatever up there. So know your rights. It's called civil rights. I've always been telling you about your rights here. Look at when they detained Naira Marley. He didn't have a lawyer. They were telling him to write his stuff in EFCC. Know your civil rights. You're too much concerned about human rights. Civil rights. Your rights. OPOKK, EFCC have seized the money now. 280 million. Instead of seizing it or freezing it, they said their law, the 2004 law, wrote in there that they can forfeit this money. Well, I understand that part. Forfeit the money to the federal government. But what happens when the FBI comes for the money that he stole from different people, allegedly? They're going to be asking our feds to hand over that money to the rightful owners. People stop trying to do abroad things all the time. Sometimes it backfires. So CITYFM, my advice is please have your OAP'S, right? Yemi Alade and Tiwa Savage, and put that on the ground. It's really bad. I'm 55 years old. I went all out for Tiwa. Tiwa is my newest young friend in Nigeria. We talk a lot on the phone, okay? And let me tell you something. When you're supporting a woman, yeah, women supporting women, women empowering women. What made me go into the market in Ikeja and buy blue and white and take it to the tailor and get ready for Tiwa's lunch and post on her page on the comments for the whole week before. Tiwa, Ashwebi is ready, Ashwebi is ready. When I showed up in that outfit, look at what happened. Universal Music Nigeria, Universal Music around the world. That video was seen globally. Who is this woman with the outfit that Tiwa wore in the video? It's a 55-year-old fan. So when you're supporting women, empower them. Okay, it's not just women supporting women. I went, I did my hair, everything. I'm doing a video about that anyway. Love you all. Kemi Olunloyo Olunloyo. Time is about 5 p.m. in Lagos, October 11th, 2019. Today is the day of the girl. This evening I'll show you some of the things I've done with girls, because that's the only thing God didn't give me. A girl, a daughter. Love you all.